Alright, so this morning we want to look at using the command prompt. So let's launch the command prompt. To launch the command prompt, you can use the run box by pressing Windows R and just type in CMD. So just type CMD and hit enter to launch the command prompt. So when you have the command prompt, what you see with the C users and the username shows you your current directory. It shows you the directory that you are currently on. And this command prompt is the Windows command line interpreter that is used to enter commands into the operating system. So you are supposed to know how to use it, and I just want to take you through some of the basics of using this command prompt. So over here we have C users and then your username. So whatever your username is, mine is Professor Fadams, so that is what I am seeing. So we want to understand what it is and what we can do with it. So like I said, where you see the cursor blinking shows you your current directory, your current working directory. So that means that is where you are currently in the operating system. Now this command line program is the command line version of the operating system you are currently using. So if you want to send in commands, you can use this command line program. If you are not using the command line program, then you are using the graphical user interface. So when you come to your desktop, what you have is your graphical user interface where you see icons and you have your mouse pointer. So whatever you want to do, you need to use your mouse to open. With the command prompt, you don't use your mouse to open anything. You enter commands to do whatever you want to do. So currently on my machine now, I'm on the desktop. That is my current working directory. The desktop is also your directory. When I move to this PC, that becomes my current working directory. When I move to this PC, that becomes my current working directory. When I move to documents, that is my current working directory. That means that is where I am operating right now. All right. So like I said, when I open to documents, that is where I am now in the operating system. And so that is my current working directory. If I am using the GUI. So when I'm using the GUI, I use my mouse to browse to where I want to get to. If I want to go to downloads, I click on downloads and I am there in the operating system. Whatever I want to do, that is where I am now. This is where I need to do whatever I want to do, execute whatever command I want to do. But over here, I have a mouse that helps me to select what I want to do and activate whatever I want to activate. But with the command prompt, you are inside a text-based operating system where you enter commands to do whatever you want to do. And with whatever you want to do, you need to go to the current location before you can do what you need to do. All right, so we are going to learn some basic commands, but before that let me explain again what this means. So here I'm on C users, and what you see here is your username. So when you check on your system, you see your username. If you use the GUI and you click on C, you are supposed to find the same folder here called users. So that is users. When I open this folder, I'm supposed to see the other folder we saw, that is your user account. So when I open this, where we are looking at right now is the same place we are in the command prompt. So when I'm using the command line interface, this is where I am. When I'm using the graphical interface, this is where I am. That is the same place. And so if I want to check the content of this particular directory, I need to enter a command that will show me the content. So the simple command you can enter is dir, and this dir will list the content of that directory. So I hit enter and I can see all the directories and files that I saw when I used the graphical user interface. So with this graphical user interface, all that I see here, I see .android, Android Studio, Conda, Continuum, Eclipse, all these directories. When I switch to the command line interface, I'm supposed to see all of them. I see my Android, Android Studio, Conda, Continuum, they are all here. I can see all of them. So that is exactly where I am. So we have learned one command, and this command is dir. You can use this dir to know the content of any directory. All right, what else can we do? We can move from that current location to a different location, and there are a few commands you need to learn to do that. First of all, we want to enter into one of the directories we saw here, and I can see a directory here called documents. This document is a directory, that's why we see dir over here. Now, by seeing documents here, I can open that document using the command prompt. So to do that, I need to enter cd space and the name of the directory I want to get in. So the directory is called documents. So I type documents, and this is the right command to use. When I hit enter, you will see that I will be taken into that directory. So now I am inside documents. How do I check the contents of documents? I need to enter a command. Who can tell me the command for going into documents, seeing what is in documents, the content of documents? No, I want to know the content of the document directory. What do I type? dir. So when I type dir, it will show me. I want you to do the same thing. In networking, we do a lot of command prompts. So if you don't get used to command prompt, you can't do a lot of things in networking. Okay, so are you in documents? No, I'm not sure you are there. What is your path, your current path? Is C what? So you are in documents already. Okay, good. So let me see the content of document. That's what I asked. What is in documents? So if you want to see what is in documents, you type dir and you hit enter, and it will list all that you have in your documents folder. All right, so in my documents folder, I can see certain directories here. I can see a directory called Adobe, APK Easy Tool, Blackmagic Design, Corel, Custom Office Templates. These are all directories in my documents folder, and some of them are having extensions. The ones having extensions are files, not directories. They are files, and so when you check over here, you are not going to see that it is indicated as directory. The ones indicated as directories are directories. When you say directory, you simply mean what? A folder. Excellent. So let me look for one of the folders here and open into that folder. So there are a number of folders here. Let me check one of them that I can open. And let me try the black magic design and see. So who can tell me the command to enter to get into that folder? No, I want to enter into a folder. What do I enter? What do I type? Okay, so CD and the name of the folder. So it's magic, black magic design. So black magic design. So you type it. Even if it has spaces, you type it. When you hit enter, it will recognize it and it will take you in. So if I want to know what is in, what's the command I will use? dir. So when I type dir, I'm going to get a list of the content and I see what is in it. And it tells me that there are 0 files and there are 3 directories. That is what I have in. I have 0 files and 3 directories. Alright, is that okay? Now the next command you will learn is how to move back or backwards of a folder. So the current directory here or folder is black magic design. How do I move back from that folder into the previous folder here called documents? I need to use a certain command. I'm sure I've taught you that command as well. How to move backwards. All right. Now we have cd dot dot. Cd dot dot is a command that is used to move backwards. So when you enter this and hit enter, when you input this and hit enter, it will move you backwards. So this is how to move backwards. So these 3 commands are like the most common commands used in command prompts: cd, cd dot dot, and dir. These are the 3 commands we usually use in command prompts to help us enter into folders, come out of folders, check what we have in folders. Now if I want to move back all the way to drive C, what do I do? What do I do? I want to move backwards all the way to drive C. So you enter cd dot dot and it brings you back, right? Cd dot dot, it brings you back. So I'm just left with one, cd dot dot, and I'm back. Now watch this. I want to move right back into the black magic design directory. How do I get in? Who can tell me the command to use? No, dir is just for listing. So cd, no. In C, when you are in drive C, you can only enter into a folder that can be found in drive C. If the folder cannot be found in drive C, it will give you an error. Good. So you type cd space users, enter, you are in, right? Then the next folder is Professor Fadams. I know it is there. If I don't know, I'll check. To check, what will I use? dir to check. So I check and I see the directories there, and I see there's a directory here. So I want to get into that directory. I type which commands? cd and the name of the folder, Professor Fadams. Enter, I'm in. Then when we enter into Professor Fadams, we enter into another folder. If I know, I can just type it. If I'm not sure, I will check. I check with dir. Dir will list all of them for me, and that is the name of the folder. Okay, I think we entered into documents first, so we need to go into documents. So cd documents, we are in. Then let me check. When you check, you see that we have a folder called Blackmagic Design. So to get in, I'll use cd space Blackmagic Design. You make sure your spellings are right, and it will take you in. All right, now I want to show you how to move backwards several steps instead of just moving one step at a time. So I'm showing you a command that can help you move backwards several steps so that you don't enter them one by one. So you type cd dot dot, you use a backslash dot dot 1 backslash dot dot 2 backslash dot dot 3. When I hit enter, see where it will take me, right onto drive C. Yes.
So does that mean depending on number of directories you are in?
Yes.
The number of slashes.
Exactly. So here, let's count them. We have 1 here, 2, 3, 4. So over here, if you check my cd dot dots, there are 4 sets. Cd dot dot is first, second, third, and fourth. You move me backwards 4 steps. Now, how do I move forward 4 steps? Okay, so you can try cd users. Let me use the same backslash and see. Professor Fadams backslash documents backslash Blackmagic Design. Enter. I'm in straight. So you can use, if you know the directories, you can enter all of them at once and get right into it. You will notice here that I didn't move into the folders one by one. I went straight into the folder I wanted to get into, and this is very, very important. So we have learned cd dot dot dir and cd dot dot backslash dot dots and dot dots, so you get to where you want to get to. And you can also use cd backslash and the name of the directory you want to move forward into. So we've tried all of that. Another command to learn is this command here called cls. Who knows what cls does? Cls is the most common command used to clear your screen. So when you type cls, your screen will be cleared. Alright, now I want to move to a different drive. Right now on drive C, this is my path, but I want to move to a different drive. To move to a different drive, I need to enter the name of the drive and then colon, and I hit enter and it will take me there. So I don't think I have any drive connected to my machine. Let me connect a drive and do that for you to see. Alright, we want to learn how to move into another drive. We want to learn how to move into another drive. How do you move into another drive? So over here, when I check, I know that I'm on drive C, and I know it is drive C because of the colon I see here. When I see a slash, slash refers to a directory. Colon indicates a drive. So C colon slash is for this directory, this slash is for this directory, this slash here is for this directory, this slash is for the last directory. So slashes are for directories, backslashes, and columns are for drive. So I want to move to another drive called drive D. So I can type it in small letters or capital in the uppercase and add my column. So once I bring a column, I'm telling the operating system that I want to enter into a drive. When I hit enter, it will check whether a drive like that exists on my PC. So if a drive like that exists, it will go right into that drive. So I'm on that drive in the root directory. So this is how to move to a second drive. Can you try moving to another drive on your machine? Alright, can we continue? Alright, so on drive D like this, if I want to check what is on drive D, what is the command to use? dir, and I know the content of drive D. I know that we have 3 files and 9 directories. So out of these, there are several directories I see here. Alright, so let's continue. I can type CLS to clear my screen and start again. I want to go to drive C. Watch this. When I type C colon, it will take me to C, but it remembers my current directory in C, so it will take me back to where we were in drive C. And if I am not okay, I can just type my cd dot dot and move backwards. So that is how it is to enter commands into command prompt. Now I'm going to add one more command. Right now, let me go back into drive C, or let me stay right here in Professor Fadams. We have a command called color, and this color command, you need to apply it with certain attributes or parameters. And if you don't know the parameters, you can enter what I type here, the name of the command /all. There are several commands that when you enter, you can add /all, and it will list all the attributes of that command to you to give you a tutorial of what to do. So over here, I can see some of the attributes, and these attributes are telling me certain numbers and the colors they represent. So green, which color does it represent? Pardon? Sorry, 2. Which color does it represent? 2 represents green. Okay. Now, if I want white, bright white, F represents bright white. Now watch what I'm going to do. When you use this command, color, you need to input 2 numbers. The first number is a background color, so I'm going to use 3, and that means green. And I'm going to use F for the foreground. When I hit enter, my screen is going to change. 3 is supposed to be aqua, sorry, so green was what? And white is F. So when I type color 2F, I'll get green background and I will get white text color. Try it and let me see. If you want to know which colors to use, you can see the colors listed right in front of you. So just type color in American English, COLOR, space, then 0, and the color you want. Alright. Now, did you watch the Matrix movie? Matrix. The Matrix is a movie that was made like 20 years ago. And the Matrix had a concept of how AI can take over humans when AI is implemented. So in that movie, the machines, the artificial intelligence that they deployed became over intelligent and took over the entire world. So the machines were now fighting humans. And these AI machines, what they actually did was that they plugged humans at the back of their heads into a certain machine and took humans into a dream state. So everyone will be sleeping, and in the state of the dream state is what they have told people that is real. And so right now, as we are living, going about, we may not know whether we are in the dream world or we are in the real world. So in the matrix, the machines programmed a world called the matrix, and this matrix was a dream world that they put humans in. So the life we are living, we are controlled by a system, and we are inside a machine world, a dream world, and everything around us is not the reality. It is what is in the dream world, but we are all sleeping. So only few people knew what was going on, and they tried to fight the machines and to save humans, because the machines wanted to keep humans in that state forever, so that you will not know. So most people going about their day-to-day activities do not know that they are not in the real world. And that movie was made like 20 years ago, and up to date it is like the best movie that has ever been made. And how they talk about AI, I'm so surprised how they knew AI at that time. I think you should watch it. If you're in IT, you have to watch The Matrix. You have to watch The Matrix. So in The Matrix, when they are using computers, their computers have black backgrounds and green text. So I want us to program The Matrix here by using their colors. So you enter color. Black is what code? What's the code for black?
Black is
0, right?
0, yes.
And then green is what? 2. So in the matrix, this is how things looked in the matrix. Black background with green text. And this movie, you need to go and look for it. If you watch it, you will really understand what IT can do. Okay, so
So, mostly it's like they use binary codes.
in the movie,
Yeah.
well, it's not binary code, it is a certain code. I think I will look into it, and next time we will do it. So you can, in the movie there's a certain code they use, but everything was in black and green. All right, so the command I have entered here, usually we use this command to check the listing of directories, to check the list of set of directories. So if you are in a directory and you want to know the list, how the directory is formed, you enter it and it will show you. So if the directory is very long, it will keep running and it will show you the entire list. When you finish, you can use a scroll bar to go through it and check how your directories are structured. So when you're in a directory and you want to know the directory structure, this is what you can do. Yes. In the matrix, they were using random codes that were turning and raining down. We'll find a similar command next time and use it. Alright. So when it goes through all your directories, it will stop at the end. So I'm running this tree on the main drive C. That is why we are seeing it this way. Alright, so I want you to tell me all that we have studied so far, the commands we have studied so far. Check the content of the folder. Yes. And then, so use dir to check the content of a folder, dir. And then, cd dot dot. Okay. Okay. cd dot dot will take you back. If you want to go back multiple steps, you need to bring the backslash and another dot dot till you get to the root directory. Alright, and which other command? Okay, good. So D and the column will take you to drive D. If you want to enter into drive E, it is E and the column. So it depends on the drive you want to get into. Alright, so we also looked at the CLS to clear the screen and this tree. Yes. So I will add one more command, and next time we will look at how to copy files, how to create folders, how to create files, and others. All right. Yes.
So, assuming you were, so let's say, assuming you were doing something, okay, let's say after this tree has run out
Yes.
to the end, and then you want to do something else, maybe you want to get into another drive.
Yes.
So assuming you're doing something like this, and
Yes.
then later on you want to check the connection, this connection, you want to check something, and you do that here.
Yes, you can just do it. So enter the command and it will run. So whichever command you enter, it will run. So run the ping for me to see. Alright, so it worked. Alright. Now we will be learning a new command, and one of the commands we'll be looking at is the ipconfig. So enter ipconfig and let's see. Alright, so when you enter ipconfig, it gives you a limited command. and you don't get the entire command you need. So when you enter ipconfig, it gives you a limited command. Now, if you want to see everything, then you can use / the all, and it will list everything without hiding any of them. So when you add all, it will list all the IP information you need. So in networking, you'll be using the ping a lot, you'll be using ipconfig a lot. Next time I will introduce other networking commands that we will be using. So these are some of the commands to use. Now, I want you to type ipconfig and bring / / ? / and then ? Is it done running? Alright, so any command that you want to get more information about, you need to ask for help. So this is how to ask for help. / with ? The question mark means help, and it is going to give you a lot of explanations with a lot of sub commands to run, and all these can help you to solve a lot of problems. So there are several commands. If you don't know how to use them, you need to enter into the help mode, and it will give you the information about that command. So that is exactly what we are seeing here, and it will show you the usage, how to use it, and to show you the options over there, the options you have. So you can use all these options whenever you use this particular command. Alright, so alright, so if yours is done, at least you have seen the commands under the command we entered. And if you look at the options, you see the first one, which is ? The second one, which is all. I don't know if you can see. And that tells you that if you enter all the rest, they will do different things. Now, the one with the ? What is written next to it? Display this help message. The second one says what? So any command you enter and you want to display full configuration information, you just need to add the all / and all. So if you want to release, you use the next one and whatever you want to do. So when we learn them, you can apply them whenever we need to apply them. Alright, so Let's do one last thing and then we will break for next time. Okay, so I want you to browse to your desktop. Now that you know how to move around, I want you to browse to your desktop. So to browse to your desktop, try and find it. I have found my desktop already. So I'm inside desktop. If you check here, you see that I'm in desktop. So get into your desktop and let me see how you do it.